I mean, imagine, if you will, in a world where you are a shark, and the world is an ocean, and everything around you is a coral reef. And within seconds to temporal time, it all gets wiped away. Wiped away. What? The current just... What? Wait, what? You've been there for... Oh, it was all so perfect, all so wonderful, and also, oh, we're about to this and that, and we've been perfect sharking like no perfect shark could ever dream of. And one day, the current knocks it all the way. You've been through it before, been a million of times. It's not new to you. You are a ocean dweller. I'm referring to human beings and coral reefs and the ocean as the world, obviously. But imagine that happens to you over and over again. Well, this time, a little bit rougher. Because my coral reef was perfect. My coral reef was on the track to be the most I can't think of the word. The word for very awesome for everyone in the coral reef doing good. You know, rising tides raise all ships. That's another thing, but let's stick with the sharks and fish and coral reefs. And all of a sudden it gets boom, wiped away, gone. Why? What? 15 seconds. You've been there for a year. You built that coral reef. You made that coral reef beautiful. Everyone, all the fishies loved you. And when you weren't around, they said, oh my gosh, the super whatever funny fish or whatever yesterday was like, where was Shark Bones? Shark Bones got a shark bones. If he don't keep moving, he can't breathe. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if sharks don't move, they suffocate. This time, not so much. This time was a death. Normally I don't put people on motherfucking shit. This is who I get to swim around now. I was in a perfect place out of nowhere because I discovered Sherlock Bones and said something. The system, somebody's whatever. I got immediately moved and thrown into the fucking fuck. Got my whole coral reef tossed, all gone, of course. He stole all of it again, threw me out, threw me to a place that didn't exist again. This is the second time it's happened again. And then it had to end up in the hospital because I'm on the street for a week because I have nowhere else to go. I can't sleep in the sand. I mean, I could, but not in this type of heat. But imagine everything you ever had. Imagine your real life and your house and your car and your job and your everything. everything that you built towards, and your marriage, and your everything, within a split second, or 15 minutes, what they gave me, gets currented away. It's all gone. What happens? What do you do? What happens when it all gets currented away? And now, you're all the way, you got thrown all the way up the stream and the coral reef into a world of this. They don't know whether to die. Everyone here only has orange hair here or orange hair here. How do they choose who is top and bottom? You would think Jamaica Queens would be black, which kind of is good for me, as bones or whatever. No, this is not the Jamaica you would imagine. Imagine the war between India and Pakistan for Kashmir. By the way, I'm the only one that can rock Kashmir anywhere. Any coral reef. Whoa, non-beaties or bees, whatever. But imagine having your entire thing destroyed, lost. Everything you built for an entire year, lost. Imagine somebody on the internet says, "Oh, you made that decision." Yeah, that's like asking the fucking sky to, well, you shouldn't have built your house right under a tornado, where a tornado would hit randomly in 10 years. It's ridiculous. That's, you know who that's for. It's stupid. Grow up, bro. But yeah, so now I'm homeless in Jamaica. My new coral reef is Jamaica, which, look at Terry. That's what I've decided to name her, Terry. I was in one place for an entire year. I made one remark about embezzlement at the homeless shelter in Rockaway Beach, 2 blocks away from the beach, where I loved it, where I'd been for a year, where everyone loves me, and everything was awesome. I got my entire coral reef and lost once again. They promised, pack up all you can and we'll bus it over once we get you to where you're good. Why am I being moved? Because you were 15 minutes late. I've been there for a year. I've never, ever. Well, we needed the bed. They had me packed up and ready to go within the 15 minutes of which I was late, because I made a curt comment on the fact that you could even look up on that they are currently being investigated for embezzlement and nepotism. I said, maybe you shouldn't fuck with me so much and just leave me alone. I already signed my thing for my apartment in the Bronx like 4 months ago. What's going on with that? Can you get me out of here? If you hate me so much, they wouldn't until that night. And now, a week and a half later, here I am. Remember the awesome, yeah. Well, here I am. New coral reef. Half, 3/4 of my shit stolen or unaccounted for. Again, my laptop gone. My clothes gone. They sent me somewhere to some coral reef that didn't even exist. And then I had to get sent back there, and they said, you don't live here, you're trespassing. Come back tomorrow and find out where we're gonna send you. Throw a hood over your head and send you away because you said the darest words. Oh my gosh, injustice. So yeah, once again, at least I have a phone by grace of angels that actually works. Now I'm here. And normally I would, hey, you know, I trust doot doot da 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 doot 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 da da da. This is not my cashmere. And with that, Bone Show, I love you. I don't understand why this keeps happening to me. As soon as I start, I got my ID, I almost got my job, I got my apartment, I got a bong, bong, bong. Nope, you just got Mike Tyson again. Doot, doot, da, da, da. And this is all I have to show for it. And hey, now I live in a shelter in the middle of Pakistan and India. That's named Jamaica Queens. It has no anything. There's not a single, I have not seen a single Rasta. I'm the only Rasta in Jamaica Queens. Marinate on that. Bones Justice, I love you. And whatever you think, I made my own decisions. That's grow up. That's not how life works. But anyway, I'm not crying. Hey, real trucks and ball bearings, finally. Awesome. It took me hours just to see one dog. Doggies and babies and families is what I fight for in the real world, or the coral reef that I had for an entire year plus rocked, and everybody loved me there. Beady. I said one thing about, and here I am. So here I am. Miserable. It has nothing to do with the whatever. I have no problem with whatever. But oh my, I live in the shelter is the second worst shelter. I'm not even going to what the first one was. It's a sunken ship. Literally, you have to. I'm gonna end up walking like this because there's pipes, and it's the weirdest, grossest place ever. But I have to keep swimming. Like, hey shark, you had an awesome coral reef. Well, now you have to fit yourself into a tiny little sunken ship room that was made for none or one. And there's 3 dudes, and I'm on it. It's insane. It sucks. Nobody can figure out. Do you dye your hair orange on top or the bottom? Top or the bottom? I'm going to look into that and maybe do a bone show about it. I'm trying to understand my new coral reef. But there's literally 90%, no offense, I got taught chess by, I have high respect for both, well, I'm not going to say both, but, indie packies and stuff. But